Lagina had returned to Oak Island, standing on the same ground that had been whispered about for over 2 centuries. The island had always been a place of secrets, mysteries, and stories that seemed almost impossible to believe. Generations of explorers had tried to uncover what lay beneath its soil, and many had failed. Some had even lost their lives, victims of the so-called curse of Oak Island. But Rick, filled with determination and deep curiosity, was ready to face whatever lay ahead. For him, this was not just about treasure. It was about history, discovery, and finally understanding the truth behind one of the greatest mysteries in the world. For years, there had been rumors of a hidden door beneath the infamous Money Pit. Many had thought it was a story, a legend, or even a trick of imagination. But over time, evidence had begun to mount. Sonar scans, borehole cameras, and even chemical tests all hinted at something unnatural beneath the ground. Straight walls, metallic edges, and strange reflections suggested that there was more than just earth or rock down there. A door, possibly ancient and deliberately sealed, seemed to be waiting silently beneath the layers of soil and mud. Theories about who might have built it and why ranged from pirates to the Knights Templar. Each theory added another layer of mystery to an already puzzling story. Rick and his team approached the North Field with caution. Every step had to be precise because the history of Oak Island was filled with stories of failure, accidents, and disappearances. The island had claimed lives before, and no one wanted history to repeat itself. The first few days were spent reviewing old maps, checking previous drilling points, and confirming the data collected by ground-penetrating radar. The evidence pointed to one specific location. Beneath this spot, something metallic and solid lay hidden, perfectly aligned and deliberately placed. The anticipation was palpable, not just for Rick, but for everyone involved in the project. Weeks of drilling and careful excavation had prepared them for this moment. The machine descended slowly into the ground, going deeper and deeper. The vibrations were subtle at first, but then a sudden jolt indicated they had hit something solid. The room fell silent. Every eye was fixed on the screen showing the borehole camera. It revealed a surface unlike any natural formation. Metal and stone combined in a precise and deliberate pattern. Hinges, lines, and a strange symbol marked one corner. Dr. Spooner examined the images closely and confirmed
this was not a natural phenomenon. This was a constructed door, ancient and hidden for centuries, waiting to be discovered. The atmosphere was tense. No one spoke. Even the hum of machinery seemed louder in the silence. Rick's hands were steady, but his mind raced. Could this really be the door that generations of explorers had dreamed of finding? Could the legends of Oak Island finally be proven true? Slowly, carefully, they sent a mechanical arm down the borehole. The camera followed, lighting up the surface and revealing more details. Rust marks, carvings, and precise lines showed that this door had been deliberately built. It was not just a barrier, it was a message, a protection, and possibly a guide to whatever lay beyond. As the soil was cleared, the door began to move. The sound was almost imperceptible at first, a faint creak like it had been asleep for centuries. Then a small gap appeared, and the light from the camera revealed what lay behind. Rick's eyes widened. For the first time in over 2 centuries, someone was looking inside the hidden chamber beneath Oak Island. The anticipation was overwhelming. No one knew what they would find, but everyone could feel the importance of this moment. History was being written in real time, and they were the witnesses. The chamber was dark, cold, and heavy with centuries of dust. The air smelled of earth and old wood. Slowly, the camera revealed walls covered in ancient carvings and markings. Symbols that resembled Templar crosses appeared alongside other intricate designs. It was clear that whoever had built this chamber had intended it to be both hidden and significant. The carvings suggested that this was not merely a storage place for wealth, but a site of cultural or religious importance. Every detail told a story, and the team was careful to observe without disturbing anything.
Had suspected. The legends of Oak Island were not just stories, they were real. The chest was carefully lifted and examined. Inside, dozens of gold bars, ancient coins, and pieces of jewelry glittered. Each item was coated in dirt, but still shone with a brilliance that suggested its history. The coins carried Latin inscriptions and Templar symbols. The gold bars bore markings that matched designs found in medieval Europe. Experts like Dr. Spooner confirmed that these were not modern replicas. The treasure was authentic, ancient, and significant. The estimated value reached nearly $90 million. But beyond its financial worth, the discovery had historical and cultural importance. Rick Lagina's emotions were visible. Tears filled his eyes as he looked at the results of decades of work, study, and hope. This was not just a treasure, it was a connection to the past, a tangible link to history that had been hidden for centuries. The team's careful work, the use of modern technology like AI and 3D scanning, and years of research had finally come together. The chest revealed not only wealth, but the possibility of understanding a civilization, an era, and perhaps a secret society that had once existed. As news spread, the atmosphere around Oak Island changed. Vehicles from authorities arrived, citing safety and environmental concerns. The team knew that the discovery had attracted attention beyond just the archaeological community. Social media exploded with speculation and excitement. Some called the treasure fake or part of a staged TV production, while others celebrated the historical significance. Experts debated the authenticity, but the evidence from the coins, gold bars, and carvings suggested otherwise. It was a moment of global attention, and Oak Island had captured the imagination of the world once again. The significance of the discovery went beyond material wealth. The symbols on the gold, the carvings on the walls, and the structure of the chamber pointed to the possibility that Oak Island had been more than a storage place. It may have been a site connected to sacred relics, hidden by powerful groups, possibly even the Templars. Historical documents, ancient maps, and careful analysis all suggested that the treasure was not just gold, but a piece of history preserved through centuries. The chamber could hold answers to questions that had puzzled historians for generations. Technology played a key role in this discovery. Ground-penetrating radar, 3D mapping, and AI reconstruction allowed the team to visualize the underground chambers before fully opening them. These tools revealed a complex structure with multiple compartments, suggesting that the underground system extended beyond what had initially been discovered. The AI models even indicated a second chamber beneath the main one, hinting that Oak Island still had more secrets to reveal. For the team, this was a reminder that the discovery of the chest was only part of a larger mystery. The historical and emotional journey was evident on the faces of Rick and his team. For decades, they had dedicated themselves to understanding Oak Island. Every failure, collapsed borehole, and missed clue had been part of the learning process. Now, with the hidden door opened and the chest revealed, they could finally appreciate the magnitude of their achievement. It was not only a personal triumph, but a moment that would be remembered in history books. Oak Island had shared its secret, and the world had witnessed it. Despite the excitement, caution remained important. The chamber was delicate, and centuries of inactivity had left it vulnerable. Any sudden movements could cause damage. The team proceeded slowly, documenting every detail, photographing each item, and scanning the walls. The inscriptions, carvings, and artifacts were all analyzed for historical accuracy and authenticity. It was clear that Oak Island had preserved a remarkable and complex treasure, carefully hidden for a reason that was still partially unknown. Oak Island was no longer just about treasure hunting. It had become a tale of perseverance, science, history, and discovery. Generations of explorers had tried and failed, but through determination and careful study, the team had opened a door that had remained closed for 228 years. The discovery demonstrated the power of modern technology combined with human curiosity and dedication. Oak Island was a testament to the endurance of history and the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of our world. As the team examined the treasure, the room filled with a sense of awe and respect. The gold bars, coins, and jewelry were more than valuable objects. They were historical artifacts, tangible evidence of a past civilization, of secrets kept for centuries. Each item told a story. The Templar symbols suggested religious or cultural significance. The arrangement and preservation indicated careful planning and intent. The chest itself, its carvings and its placement, spoke of secrecy, protection, and importance. Lagina reflected on the journey that had led to this moment. From childhood fascination to years of research and exploration, every step had been part of a path that led to discovery. He thought of those who had lost their lives, the failures of previous teams, and the countless hours of planning. Oak Island had finally revealed its secrets, but it had also taught lessons about patience, respect for history, and the importance of careful observation. Even with the chest opened, the island still held mysteries. The AI model suggested a second chamber below the main chamber, hinting that Oak Island had more to reveal. This revelation reminded the team that discovery was a process, not an endpoint. The first chest was only the beginning. Further exploration, guided by technology and careful excavation, could uncover even more about the island's history and the treasures hidden within. The discovery also raised questions about the broader history of Oak Island. Who had built the chamber? Why had it been hidden? Were there other chambers, treasures, or relics still waiting to be discovered? Scholars, historians, and enthusiasts debated the implications. Oak Island was no longer just about treasure hunting. It had become a tale of perseverance, science, history, and discovery. Generations of explorers had tried and failed, but through determination and careful study, the team had opened a door that had remained closed for 228 years. The discovery demonstrated the power of modern technology combined with human curiosity and dedication. Oak Island was a testament to the endurance of history and the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of our world. As the team examined the treasure, the room filled with a sense of awe and respect. The gold bars, coins, and jewelry were more than valuable objects. They were historical artifacts, tangible evidence of a past civilization, of secrets kept for centuries. Each item told a story. The Templar symbols suggested religious or cultural significance. The arrangement and preservation indicated careful planning and intent. The chest itself, its carvings and its placement, spoke of secrecy, protection, and importance. Lagina reflected on the journey that had led to this moment. From childhood fascination to years of research and exploration, every step had been part of a path that led to discovery. He thought of those who had lost their lives, the failures of previous teams, and the countless hours of planning. Oak Island had finally revealed its secrets, but it had also taught lessons about patience, respect for history, and the importance of careful observation. Even with the chest opened, the island still held mysteries. The AI model suggested a second chamber below the main chamber, hinting that Oak Island had more to reveal. This revelation reminded the team that discovery was a process, not an endpoint. The first chest was only the beginning. Further exploration, guided by technology and careful excavation, could uncover even more about the island's history and the treasures hidden within. The discovery also raised questions about the broader history of Oak Island. Who had built the chamber? Why had it been hidden? Were there other chambers, treasures, or relics still waiting to be discovered? Scholars, historians, and enthusiasts debated the implications. And trade centuries ago. Each artifact uncovered provided a clue, but also sparked new questions, keeping the mystery alive. Rick's emotions during the discovery reflected the depth of the experience. It was a mix of joy, relief, awe, and humility. Finding the chest was not just about treasure. It was about uncovering the truth, respecting the past, and understanding the significance of Oak Island. The emotional impact on the team, on viewers, and on historians worldwide was profound. Oak Island had finally shared a piece of its story, but it remained a place of mystery and intrigue. As the world reacted to the discovery, the team continued their careful work. They documented every item, scanned the chamber, and preserved the site. The importance of maintaining the integrity of Oak Island was clear. This was not just an archaeological site. It was a historical treasure that demanded respect. Each artifact, symbol, and carving could hold vital clues about the island's past and the civilizations that had left their mark. The discovery also reminded everyone that patience and persistence were key to uncovering the unknown. Generations had searched Oak Island, and success had only come after decades of careful study, planning, and application of modern technology. The combination of historical research, scientific methods, and human determination had unlocked a secret that had been hidden for centuries. In the days following the discovery, experts from various fields analyzed the findings. Historians studied the symbols and inscriptions. Geologists examined the chamber and surrounding soil. Archaeologists assessed the construction methods. Their collective work added credibility to the discovery and reinforced the idea that Oak Island was far more than a site of legend. It was a genuine historical treasure, meticulously constructed and preserved. And personal sacrifices culminated in this moment. For Rick Lagina and his team, Oak Island was more than a mystery. It was a quest for truth, knowledge, and connection to history. The discovery of the chest validated their efforts, but it also reminded them that history is complex, layered, and full of surprises. Public fascination with Oak Island reached new heights. Social media, news outlets, and historians debated the meaning and significance of the discovery. The combination of gold, coins, symbols, and potential religious artifacts sparked discussions about the Templar Knights, lost treasures, and historical mysteries. Oak Island had once again captured global attention, proving that its story was far from over. Even as celebrations occurred, the team remained focused on the careful study and preservation of the site. Oak Island's history, its construction, and the objects within demanded meticulous attention. Any mistake could destroy evidence or obscure important clues. The balance between exploration and preservation was crucial, and the team approached each step with care, respect, and awareness of the island's delicate nature. The discovery also challenged assumptions about history. Artifacts suggested connections between Europe and North America centuries before previously confirmed. The precision of the chamber, the quality of the construction, and the intentional placement of symbols hinted at advanced knowledge and careful planning.
Oak Island's secrets were not random or accidental. They were deliberate, designed to protect something valuable and significant. Rick and his team understood that their discovery was only the beginning. The opening of the hidden door, the unveiling of the chest, and the confirmation of historical significance were milestones, but not endpoints. Further exploration could reveal more about Oak Island's creators, their intentions, and the treasures they left behind. Each artifact, symbol, and structure offered clues to a much larger puzzle, one that spanned continents and centuries. In the quiet moments after the discovery, Rick reflected on the journey. Oak Island had been a part of his life for decades. The stories, the failures, the hope, and the anticipation had shaped not only his understanding of history, but also his personal journey.
Finding the chest was a validation of perseverance, curiosity, and respect for the past. Oak Island had revealed its secrets, but it had also offered lessons about patience, observation, and determination. The first chest of gold, coins, and jewelry was carefully cataloged and secured. The symbols, carvings, and inscriptions were documented for further study. Experts confirmed the historical value of the items, suggesting connections to the Templar Knights and medieval Europe. The findings had financial, cultural, and historical importance, but the true value lay in the knowledge and understanding gained from centuries of hidden secrets. Even as the media covered the discovery, the team maintained focus on preserving Oak Island's integrity. Safety precautions, careful excavation, and thorough documentation ensured that the site remained undisturbed while allowing for further study. The combination of technology, expertise, and dedication made the exploration possible and ensured that history would not be lost in the process. The AI scans revealing a second chamber hinted at even greater mysteries. Oak Island had more to offer, and the team was prepared to continue their careful investigation. The lessons learned from decades of study combined with modern technology allowed them to explore further without risking the integrity of the site. Each step forward was guided by respect for history, science, and the treasure itself. The discovery of the hidden door and the chest was a turning point for Oak Island. It confirmed that the island's legends were not merely stories, but rooted in reality. The combination of treasure, symbols, and ancient construction revealed a complex and carefully preserved secret. The work of generations of explorers had culminated in this moment, offering insight into a history that had remained hidden for centuries. Rick's reflection on the journey highlighted the importance of perseverance. Oak Island had tested explorers for centuries, yet through determination, careful planning, and modern technology, the secrets were finally revealed. The discovery was a testament to human curiosity, the desire for understanding, and the ability to connect with history. Oak Island was not just a site of treasure hunting, it was a bridge to the past, offering lessons and discoveries that would be studied for generations. The chest of gold, coins, and symbols revealed the depth of Oak Island's mystery. It was not merely wealth, but a carefully preserved story. The inscriptions, carvings, and construction suggested intentionality and intelligence, connecting the site to historical civilizations and possibly secret societies. The discovery offered a tangible link to history, providing evidence of advanced planning and cultural significance beyond mere treasure. As the team prepared to explore the potential second chamber, the excitement and anticipation were palpable. Oak Island had proven that its secrets were real, and the next discovery could reveal even more about the island's creators and the treasures hidden beneath its surface. The journey was far from over, But the first chest confirmed that the